Alright, we got her finally set up here on the table, about to put fuel in it and give her the first flight. Modified Viper 90 gear with a valve spring for some extra push up. Ran the engines yesterday for about 30 minutes. Everything was good with them. That's my fuel line. I'm getting ready to add some fuel to it. Got them tuned up real good for the RC Specialties turbo header mufflers, and that was the first time running it with the cows on. So, look from the bottom. See, my suspension's got a little bit of rebound now, which is great. Before it was fully squatting to the ground, but I think it'll work. The only thing I'm concerned about is that gear is run with the LiPo. It's at 8 volts, so it's a little louder. It's a little bit higher voltage. Hopefully, it doesn't burn them up. I've ran them up and down a few dozen times. Doesn't seem to have any issues though. Now it's in the wind, it'll slow down. Will it bother you if I sit here? No, you're fine. All right, gyro's off. When it comes on, it's at half rates. Flaps are up. Low rates to start. Ready?
Ready.
Timer reset. Landing gear down.
Half rate steering. Definitely nose heavy, needs a little bit of up. That's hands off.
Perfect. Take off is beautiful.
Hands off. Gyro's coming on
4 minutes.
the downwind leg.
AS3X mode.
There's gyro on. I'm gonna try flaps so I can start trimming it.
Time. Take off flaps. Flight idle.
Really didn't need any trim with the first flaps. Here's landing flaps coming in. Here's landing flaps coming in.
Landing flaps.
Full flaps almost idle, but it's not enough. Getting into a little bit more throttle.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Let's try approach and see what it feels like.
Take off flaps.
I'm aware of the tree.
Landing flaps.
Gear's still down, never got it up. I didn't feel bad at all.
Take off flap. Landing flaps. Ground idle.
Need brakes, no problem. Sweet,
Yeah, that wouldn't fly at Richardson.
sweet.
That felt good. Little nose heavy, but that's what I expected.
Landing gear down.
There's my full steering rate.
When I hear those two engines, I'm thinking B25. B25, you need a B25.
It landed a little firmer than I thought, but for the first flight,
Well, that first touch and go, I almost asked you if you came down a little too fast.
yeah, that was a lot more speed. The problem with multis is if you cut the throttles, you lose your lift. You're flying it in under power. It's on the lift of those prop wash. Yeah, that left main does look like it has a little bit more squat. I'm gonna try to turn it around.
Throttle touch.
Yeah,
Nice.
Flaps
All
up.
right.
it's like no trim for the flaps. I put it in and it just tracks straight. The approach, it's throttle pitch. Like if you add throttle, it pitches up, but when you're on the approach with the steady throttle, I added
Landing flaps.
0 trim for the landing settings.
Flaps
Well,
up.
when you said you were full throttle, I thought, well, it's not super fast, but then I looked at it kind of scale-wise.
30
and
seconds.
For its scale,
High
I
rate,
think it's
mid rate.
pretty fast.
Yeah, it's adequate.
Okay.